The next box, revenue streams. So how do we monetize the value we deliver? That's the value capture, the classic value capture. Otherwise, what happens? Sometimes, the rest of the ecosystem captures the value, and you are left with nothing, right? There are classic case studies about how Intel or Walmart, they will capture bulk of the value created by a whole bunch of partners, and these other partners are left with very razor thin margins, right? So the key questions you need to ask before you start thinking about different revenue models is, how much the customer is willing to pay and via which revenue model, which one they are going to adopt quickly and why. How many revenue models? Again, if you have more than 2 or 3 for a really small company, that's going to spread you very thin. That's going to spread you very, very thin. What's your primary revenue model in a longer haul, right? Because again, the short-term revenue model may be something that your customer segments may be willing to right away help you monetize, but it may not sometimes scale, right? So what's your long-term revenue model, which is going to be a primary revenue model? What's the contribution of each revenue model to the total revenue? For example, if you're going to be a $100 million company in 5 years, your primary revenue model contributes 60 million, your secondary revenue model contributes 35 million, and your third revenue model contributes $5 million. You have to ask the question, why do I need that third revenue model? Is there a reason, right? And again, the different examples of revenue models are given here. Licensing is one of them. Used to be very classic in enterprise software where you sell, perpetual licenses. Subscription become very common in any kind of service these days. The world is going towards serviceization. The world is going towards Uberization, right? So anything is going to be offered as a service, and it is already being offered as a monthly service. Freemium model, you offer a portion of your product free, make sure that the customers are able to see the value, and then you graduate them towards higher value, but then they have to pay. Franchising, very common in retail, right? Advertising, not just in television, but in web, very, very common now. Leasing is very common in automobile industry. Pay as you go, the data plans for your, phones, especially when you travel internationally, oftentimes it can become pay as you go if you don't have a package like a passport. And then bundling, right? So these are different ways different types of revenue models that you can consider, but then make sure you are able to answer the key questions so that you pick the right one and you pick only a few of them that would make or contribute sort of the maximum revenue and scale to your business.